Oh boy. It's a daily thing. When I read the scriptures every day, there is something new because when you read it, you realize, oh, look at this. It has it in this way, that way. Let me give you one example. I don't know if I did. Let me bring up the text here. I was reading earlier in Psalm 22. And the beginning of Psalm 22 is interesting. If I can quickly bring it up here. In the beginning, in verse 2 in Hebrew at least, Eli, Eli, lama azaphtani. My God, why have you forsaken me? And what I remember, of course, this is, of course, quoted in the New Testament. But in the New Testament, they see Eli, Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani. So they use a different verb because there he's using Aramaic. So there is a different verb that is being used in Aramaic over the Hebrew of Psalm 22. So in the time of Jesus, after they've come back out of the exile, only the scholars knew Hebrew. The people needed a translation, so they translated it in the Targums. And Jesus is quoting here the Targums to the people here as he's hanging on the cross. But then it's interesting, if you read on, is Rachok misha'ati divrei sha'agati. And it says here, far is my salvation. But the word for salvation is there, Yeshua. And that's come very close to the name of Jesus, Yeshua. And so Yeshua, but Yeshua. So there's a slight difference here on where you place the vowel. So, but he's saying, far is my salvation and the words of my groaning. But interesting here, the word for groaning sometimes is used for the roaring of a lion. All of these images, you lose them in translation, and you couldn't trace them like that in the English, but you can. So it's always like, I'm being refreshed to realize, okay, he's saying it in a very powerful way here, or in a very different way, or he's stressing this or that. So that warms my heart, reading it like David used to read it, and stressing certain things, and that just challenges me to reflect more deeply on it. Sometimes I think we have read the English. I try to read the Bible regularly. Once a year through the whole thing, not just the English Bible, and so it might become routine. And going back to the Hebrew Bible often, and it slows me down, and it makes me reflect upon what is the writer saying here, and then I can start to see connections that I wouldn't normally see in English. So.